One of a Kind with Rob Van Dam is recorded in front of a live studio audience.
One of a Kind with RVD is presented by Get Blitzed, and you can get 15% off your order when you head to get-blitz.com and use promo code RVD. Get 15% off.
He was just super cool, really cool, and me and Katie for a while hung out in front of his bus because in the garage, he had like some lawn chair, not really lawn chairs, but like fold out chairs that you would have on the lawn or whatever. Sitting in front of his bus just like he was camping, but it was in the garage.
Why should you knock on the fridge? Because there could be a salad dressing.
There could be a salad. Okay. That one I had to repeat to myself.
It took me a second when I first read it, too.
Yeah.
Wait a second. All right.
Nice. Yeah.
Nice, Maddie. Nice. Hey, Rob. John asks, what are your thoughts on Dustin Rhodes?
Dustin was one of the coolest dudes that I saw Friday. You mean
Cody? Do you mean
Oh,
Cody?
yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
That's okay. I forgot to ask you about Cody. Go talk about Cody first.
He was just super cool. Really cool, and me and Katie for a while hung out in front of his bus because in the garage, he had like some lawn chair, not really lawn chairs, but like fold out chairs that you would have on the lawn or whatever. Sitting in front of his bus just like he was camping, but it was in the garage. And me and Katie hung out there for a while, and he came by a few times, and he was just like super cool, and even gave us a bottle of vodka, which I don't know if that's his vodka. Do you know?
It is. Whitley.
He gave us a wrapped up bottle of vodka, and unfortunately, we're going straight to the airport. So but
you had to down it.
He was just really cool. Anyway, Dustin is super cool too. I've never had any reason to not eat either of those. Goldie, he's Goldie to me. He used to enjoy making everybody laugh too. And I remember one time when we were in Europe. And in the morning, we all had like a 9 o'clock call time or something to get on the bus. And people that are already on the bus are waiting for other people to come down and hand the guy their bags that'll put them underneath and then come up the stairs to get on the bus. And Dustin kept doing this thing. And he would also do it with people walking by that weren't wrestlers. That was funny too, just people that if they happened to be pedestrians, but he would be at the top of the steps, and when somebody was coming, he would take his bottle of water and then put it in his mouth, and he'd go out there, and like somebody would be walking, and he'd like act like he was sick and like he's gonna throw up like right in front of him, and they'd be trying to go around him, and he would like go that way, and then he'd go, he would spit the water up, and people would be like, oh, they'd be freaking out. It was just entertaining everybody on the bus. And when I came down, I no-sold it. And I came down and he spit, and I just looked at, kept on walking and no-sold got on the bus. And then I remember that Sean Stasiak said that when I went by, somebody just spoke for me and just said that I went cool. Like I was, I actually was looking at it cool. I can't remember who Sean said that, but maybe he said it. But anyway, I remember him singing on the airplane ride from hell when he was singing to his soon-to-be ex, possibly ex. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was just the boys. I mean, it sounds weird. They would get on. It was weird, but it wasn't like it was a public airplane, and he was like asking to have her back. But it was awkward in that way, though, even on our private airplane, because he was singing about wanting her back and missing her, and I think she was maybe with another dude, so that was weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't. I don't know all the details of that, but
I thought though, like, ouch, like this, he got some pain in his heart.
yeah, that's a tough thing. That's a tough thing, especially if you're going through a lot of stuff and everything, But um, both those guys are great. Like
But also, he didn't mind being silly and didn't mind, putting himself on the spot. So it's not, I don't think
yeah.
his intentions were anything more than being entertaining when he did that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
I
Good.
mean,
Well,
being a shoot entertaining,
yeah, yeah, for sure. No,
and he wanted to entertain her, maybe.
maybe that too. Yeah. But no, I got to see Cody at SummerSlam, and he was doing they had like a little kind of like charity event that people were helping out with, and then part of the thing, people would buy tickets to like help pack food and stuff like that. But then they get to meet the wrestlers. That was like the perk of doing it. And then Cody came by, and he was just being a fly on the wall and watching him interact with the fans and take pictures. He took time with everybody. He was so considerate of everyone, and just really good in that role as like a good ambassador for the company right now. So he's doing a good job.
One more thing I'll say about the vibe, and it's because Cody definitely, was part of that vibe. In general, I hung out in the catering quite a bit, saw a lot of the wrestlers and shit. And in general, the boys don't look so tired anymore. They look legitimately happy to be there, happy to be part of something, having fun. And, it used to be a different kind of vibe of a long, drawn out day of tired people trying to get to the end of the day. And it didn't ring true to that so much this time. And, I've heard a lot of people tell me like, oh, you just got to see how it's changed. But I got to say, they wasn't lying.
They wasn't lying. Yeah, you can tell by a lot of the faces of people, like the wrestlers that are there. They seem like they're always happy to be there, and they always make day. It's like it's a good. You feel that energy, Rob. I mean, you definitely feel it. I think even as a fan. So, good stuff. Good stuff. Well, I'll ask this too. In comparison to AEW, was there stuff that you did like about AEW that they did differently than what WWE did, or how is that balance of it? Because you said the locker room is pretty laid back there too, for the most.
You asked, what is the question? You said what now?
how's the vibe in comparison with AEW? Still has a good vibe, right? It's just kind of different. Is that kind of how you were getting? Because you touched upon that earlier. I just wanted to follow up with like the vibe of AEW in comparison.
I would say that both dressing rooms had, and not just the dressing rooms, but that's using that term to describe all of the players.
Yeah.
But I would say that overall, it seemed to me like more of a happy and having fun vibe in both places, as opposed to like I was saying, the tired, long, drawn out days. Because and maybe that's maybe and probably it might be a reflection of the schedule. I really don't know how they've changed, if they have yet, or if they're going to, or what the deal is. But I remember, by the time we were at TV, we'd already flown somewhere Monday from home. Friday from home, and landed somewhere, rented a car, maybe got a hotel, or maybe straight to the arena, and then back to the airport to turn your car in to fly again Saturday, you know what I mean? And then boom, come back. Maybe you drive, otherwise you fly again Sunday. And then same thing, by the time Monday night TV comes around and you got to be in the building at noon or 1, boom, we would if you're on the East Coast, but we would come into Monday Night Raw, and man, a lot of us, we were already like so tired because it could have been hundreds of miles of driving. Flying always wears me out. And anyway, a lot of that would lead into the image that you're putting out there on Monday Night TV. Maybe you had a long Sunday pay-per-view too, and then Tuesday SmackDown. So that's something with wrestling though, you get warmed up. Like I've always said, I haven't had a run in years where I've had a chance to warm up. They're always just one-offs. But when you warm up, you do get more used to the ring. But also, those the house shows, you usually don't have to be there till 5 or something like that, as opposed to noon or 1. So those days aren't as long. And what else was I going to say? Boom, house shows. And then TV. Oh, I was just going to say, All Japan was the same way, because the big show, not Paul White, the biggest show of the whole tour was always at the Budokan in Tokyo. And it was always the last day of the run. And I used to wonder, like, why when we're banged up a little bit after a few weeks, we're all sore here and there and here and there. But at the same time, we were definitely the most in our groove because we were working consistently and into it. So I could see like both sides of it, but that's kind of always been like something with wrestling, at least as far as my career goes.
Yeah. No, it's such a dynamic has changed. It's cool to see that it is an overall positive vibe across both major companies. Hear good things about TNA right now too, so that's really good to hear. So yeah. Well, what's the
Morse opening up a Maple Leaf Wrestling something?
Yeah, that's right. I saw that too. Mm-hmm. Maybe a little travel up north. Hey. Don't you know?
It's cool. More places for the boys to work.
Absolutely. Can't beat that.
And for the fans.
Too.